All right, friends, we are here today because I have way too many Let's Play series going on my channel. And so I decided that instead of recording a new challenge, I would stream it instead. So today we're going to start the Origins Legacy Challenge, which I am super excited about. I have wanted to play this. It's pretty similar to a challenge that I'm playing here on the channel called the New Horizons Challenge, which I did create. So I wanted to do something like that, but without quite as much restriction. So I do have the rules to this challenge down below in the description. But before we get started, I wanted to kind of walk you through all of my families and everyone that I have in the world. And I figured we would start with our wealthy family. Technically, this family kind of breaks the rules because everyone's supposed to start in a starter home, but I wanted to have like, a wealthy kind of influential family. So this is them. This is the dynasty household. So Audrey is determined to create her own dynasty, while her partner Robin just wants to be surrounded by family. Will they be able to see past their different expectations and create a family they're both proud of? So we'll look at them and create a sim just because I feel like that's like the easiest place to see them. And here we have Audrey. So this is a sim that I've used a few times. I used her for the, what was that? Like the Royalty and Legacy event thing. And then she's also the sim that's doing my 7 sim challenge. So she's kind of around a little bit, but I made her and she's a fully base game sim and I thought that was cute. And honestly, it's kind of good. I've been trying to like reduce the amount of CC that I have in game because, as you all know, there's definitely been a lot of issues with CC and The Sims as of late. So I'm trying to reduce the amount of CC I have. So this is a nice little no CC base game family actually. So here's Audrey and she has her everyday and then her formal, her athletic, her sleep, her party. Swim is really simple, hot weather and cold weather, and I think she's adorable. She has a successful lineage aspiration. She's ambitious, an art lover, and a perfectionist. And then this is her husband, Robin, and he's kind of the same. They're both wearing like some of the Coach items that I thought they were cute. So here's are his two everyday, his formal, athletic, sleep, swim, party, hot weather and cold weather, and I think he's really cute. He has the big happy family aspiration. He's a geek, he's an idealist, and he is ambitious. So that's the first family for the challenge. And then next we have the main family that I'm going to be playing with. Like these are the 2 sims that I like primarily want to play with. So we'll do them last. And then we have the Markham family. So Alyssa is a young single mother and aspiring songwriter. Her and her daughter Melina are new to Willow Creek and hoping to build a community amongst their neighbors. Can they find their place in the new community, and will an old flame of Alicia come back into their lives? So they're really cute. They live here in this little starter house because I thought it fit them perfectly. I had to make some adjustments. I didn't build these houses. I don't build. I downloaded it from the gallery and I adjusted a little bit to match with their little story. And then the last family that I placed is the Cassidy family. So Elsa grew up in a large family, a 100 baby household to be exact, and now that she's an adult is determined to find her place in the world. When she met Forrest, she fell in love with his dream of starting a little library and cafe. Can these two manage to achieve their dream? So this is like a child I had in one of my 100 baby challenge Let's Plays. And then this is like a random sim I made. Again, all of the families except the Markham one and then the Bryant household have no CC because, again, trying to have minimal CC in game just so that I can try to avoid as many glitches as possible when it comes to the game. I just find that the less the better. accept the mark. So that is everyone. So I think, and then also this is the seriously blank save file. So I went ahead and left their self sim in the world just because I thought that would be fun. So that's everyone. So I guess we can talk about the Bryant family as well. So Sylvia and Maximilian have been friends since childhood. Once they became young adults, they decided to move out on their own and see if they can make a life for themselves. Will they just remain friends, or is there something more to this relationship? So they're the family that I like primarily want to play with. Um, and they're kind of who I'm planning to spend most of my time with for the challenge, but we'll see. I'm willing to play with like everyone and kind of go through. Like I do want the Dynasty family to make a good bit of money just so they can help build more things. And then I also want to have the Cassidy family kind of fund a library just because I think that'd be cute. But for now, we'll start with the Bryant family. So we'll start with Maximilian and I forgot her name already, Sylvia. Okay, so they are here on this empty lot, as you can see, and they are going to be doing a full rags to riches start because that's just how I like to play the game. So these girlies are going to start with nothing because, that's life. So now that we've got their money down to zero, here they are. They are like not really friends just because of the way the game works. When you start with like Sims that don't have any formal relationship, they don't really like each other that much, which is fine. They don't really need to have like a strong relationship, in my opinion, to start with. I think it probably would be better since like technically they're supposed to be friends, but I think it's fine. So we'll just have them chatting a little bit, and then while they're chatting, they do need to get jobs. These two will need to work since they don't have any simoleons. So looking at them just to get to know them, Sylvia is jealous. She loves the outdoors. She's ambitious, and then she is a collector because she does have the curator aspiration. And I think for her, I want her to do a little bit of jewelry making as well as some of like the fashion careers that we have in game. I always tell myself that I'm going to play with those, but then I never do. So I want Sylvia to work on that. Whereas Maximilian is idealist, clumsy, loyal, and domestic. He has the big happy family aspiration as well. I do ideally ship these two together, so I'm hoping that they will end up in a relationship. So as far as careers for him go, he's a little bit more open. I honestly probably need to check the rules because I can't remember if there are careers that we can't have all. She didn't like the prank he played. That prank stank. She dislikes pranks. You know what? I'm willing to say yes because I think that's reasonable. Like, I wouldn't really want pranks either. Let's see. There are some limited careers. I was thinking that he could do education, but we need to go to he would need to go to university before we can do that one. He could be a critic. He could do culinary. I feel like that's always really cute. He could be a gardener or a handy person. He could be in law enforcement, maybe? I don't think so. Maybe a writer. I feel like I've done that though. Actually, you know what? Let's do. Oh, yeah, let's do the tech guru for Max. I think that'll be fun. So let's go ahead and have him get a job. He is feeling awkward just from embarrassing himself when communicating with her. I need to turn off the discovery quest. I despise that those are automatically on because it I never need it. This game is like 10 years old and I've been playing the whole time. So like I don't need to discover anything else about this game. So he's going to get a job. And we said that he was going to be in tech. So let's go ahead and get him into the tech guru career. And then she will also get a job just because everyone needs to, work for their money. They're having an unpleasant conversation. Honestly, probably not determined to make it work out like I want it to, but it's fine. I'm willing to make this relationship work. I like when my Sims have a little bit of a struggle. It adds to the realism. So she's going to go into the style influencer career, and now they both have jobs. She does have a work assignment, so she needs to interview some Sims. So we'll go ahead and have her jump in and do that. We won't mock his outfit. That's not nice. Let's go ahead and discuss his outfit, and then we can maybe interview him. He has like a pretty casual style, as you can see. We're just wearing like a t-shirt and some sweats, and then he does have on Coach shoes, so he has on a little bit more of an expensive shoe, but like I'm here for it. I like expensive shoes as well. And then she also has like a pretty laid back style, so I think she's pretty cute. I think they're both pretty cute. I did have to kind of make some adjustments when the CC was broken. I took out a good chunk of my CC, so I'm taking just significantly less in my game right now. I do still have a lot of CC, like don't get me wrong. I don't have a little CC by any means, but I have less than I historically would have had. So they're still having an unpleasant conversation, and not sure what we're gonna do about that. We'll apologize and see if we can brighten his day, and maybe see if we can get their relationship a little bit better. I don't want them to like hate each other since they have to live on this slot together. It'll be a lot easier for me if they get along. I don't know if they have like good compatibility or anything. Looks like they have like neutral compatibility as well as neutral attraction, or at least she does. He does as well. So like they don't have any strong feelings towards each other in any way, which is fine. And then there's Alicia walking around. I'm hoping that the welcome wagon will be here soon, mostly so we can get some more Sims that we can interview for their fashion. But let's go ahead and come over here and give her a friendly introduction. Especially since their relationship is just going down. They might as well stop talking to each other and we can do something else instead. Because there's no reason for us to have a terrible relationship with like the only people we know. Let's go ahead and interview her as well since we need to. And then we do have a lovely townie walking around in the background. These will be the sort of Sims that I want to focus on with our fashion career, is kind of fixing some of these neighbors who have on the most random fits. Because I do only have a few families. We are going to get a ton of like counties being generated in. We'll give her like a heartfelt compliment. And then honestly, maybe since he's embarrassed from being awkward, Maximilian should like go around and do some collecting because we don't have any money. So that is actually something we need to work on. I did start this save file before Royalty and Legacy came out, so we will have the townies from that pack in the world. So those will be the only like in-game Sims that we'll have. And then as time goes on, I probably will add in some of the like iconic townies. You get to add Sims every week, I believe. So I'll probably will add back in some of the iconic townies just because I think that like The Sims 4 isn't The Sims 4 without certain townies. Even when you're doing like your own custom save files, I feel like there's certain people you just expect to see. I'll probably add some of them back in even if it's like my own save file. So Maximilian's going around and getting everything. Oh, Karen is also here, which is interesting, I guess, because she's just like a world sim, because this is like a blank save file starting with Adventure Awaits, which that came out. Did that come out before or after the Fairies pack? I think it was after, right? I honestly don't remember. These two are having a good conversation, which I'm glad. It looks like the welcome wagon might not be coming, which is fine. Chat about property values. I mean, honestly, we're the people bringing down the property values, so maybe don't bring that up. We do need to find one more sim to interview. Also, it occurs to me that I probably should have had Sylvia do the collecting because she has the curator aspiration, so I'm pretty sure they get like twice as many collectibles, but It's fine. Also, she learned that Alicia is doing okay, which is certainly more than she could say for herself. Oh, we interacted with someone that's a dynasty member for the first time. Okay, this is one of the Durong families. Okay, that's interesting. I just saw someone in a out like a scouting outfit, and it did not occur to me that they would be a member of one of the dynasties. Oops, that's not what I'm supposed to click. What does it say though? Oh, start a new dynasty by opening the panel. I don't think that I'll have them have a dynasty. I think that the dynasty family will be the only dynasty. Okay, there we go. She did get paid for interviewing 3 Sims, so we got 90 simoleons. So it's got to count for something. Maximilian's over here. He's finished getting all the collectibles. We will go ahead and extract the fossil. We did lose money on that. It's worth, would have been worth 50. And then we'll breed the frogs. They're not worth a ton. So we'll sell, honestly, we'll just sell it all because we should get more frogs pretty regularly. And I think that it's really not worth trying to keep them. I don't think anything is ready to be harvested over here. So I think that's pretty much all that we can do as far as collectibles go. Wait, is this Snapdragon ready to be harvested? Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and harvest the Snapdragon. Snapdragons are worth a good bit. So we'll let him do that as well. We've got 240 simoleons, so we can't really afford, anything. We might also go ahead and start doing a little bit of fishing because we kind of need to figure out what we're going to do for making money. She's done everything she can do for work. She goes to work tomorrow. He doesn't go to work for 2 days, and there's literally nothing in the world. So these two are kind of going to be struggling. I feel like I should just like kind of speed through a little bit because we really don't have anything we can do right now. Maybe we'll go over to Alicia's house. I feel like it's reasonable for her to invite us over since, she has a house. I will say though, um, I have not furnished her house. Her house is completely, no, not her house. I think her house isn't empty. I think maybe the Cassidy house is empty. But yeah, let's say that Alicia, since they've been hanging out, decided to, wow, break in. No, let's just go ahead and visit. I'm pretty sure, is this one Alicia's house or is this one Alicia's house? Let's travel and let's say that Alicia invited us over just to kind of hang out a little bit since, she sees that we've moved in and we don't have a ton. And we'll just bring her with us. And realistically, she's just taking us to her house, but like it's fine. We'll bring her with us. Okay, yeah, her house is furnished. So I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure their house is furnished because I had to adjust this room for her daughter because it was like a neutral room, but I felt like Alicia would go for a little bit more of a colorful home. We'll just come over here and hang out with her a little bit. We have a gaming system, but I don't think have a TV. It's possible that they were using a TV that I don't have when I downloaded this house and I didn't really pay attention, but it's fine. We're just kind of hanging out in the mirror. I don't know, are there any skills that we need? Maybe we can practice speech. I feel like charisma is a skill that you need a lot, so maybe she'll need charisma for her job. I don't actually know. And then Alicia just, came in and sat down and started playing on her computer. I wish I could cook, but I don't think she'll let me. Maximilian is also still just over here. Maybe we'll bring him to the house too. I mean, it's kind of weird, but like, we're over. And I feel like, Alicia's inviting us out. So we'll say that she invited both of them over. She saw the new neighbors and she wanted to welcome them to the neighborhood. So she can invite Maximilian as well. I think her daughter was just standing outside. So I hope that her daughter's inside now. Yeah, so her toddler daughter is here just playing in her room. We have a cute little Melina. I think she's adorable. And she's playing here. Like I said, these are like the two that have the most CC, but it's fine. So we'll just let these two chat. Maximilian's going to compliment her house because, he's very impressed by someone having a house considering he has literally no house. So he's going to compliment her house. And then Sylvia's still back here working on her charisma. This isn't okay, Maximilian. What is with you? I feel like he just did something awkward again. What is your deal? Like maybe I need to get you on Social Bunny. I didn't make him awkward or anything, right? No, he's clumsy, an idealist, and loyal. Are either of those traits that makes it hard for you to like get to know Sims? I didn't think so. I wish we could afford. I don't even know where they are. I was gonna say I wish we could afford like the reward trait for always welcome because I would love to like cook dinner while we're here. She's cooking, but I know how Sims are, and I feel like she's gonna cook for one person. Um, Even though she has a child, like she should realistically make a group serving if for no other reason than she has a kid, but I just don't necessarily think she's going to. Oh, he is playing video games. He just came and sat down on her computer and started playing video games, but he does need to do that for work, so I'm going to let him do that. And then we'll take care of our needs as much as we can while we're here, so we can use the toilet, and maybe we'll turn on some music and dance. Let's do a little bit of hip hop and then maybe she can dance to that. Yeah, no, she made a single serving of food, even though she has a toddler here on the floor. She isn't going to make any food for her child, which very Sims coded, very irresponsible, but that's just, how the game goes, which love that. Oh, you know what? I didn't actually tell her to do anything. Let's come and dance. I feel like dancing is going to be the best way I can get her skill up. He's also just washing his hands. I literally don't know why. I don't think he did anything that would require him to need to wash his hands, but whatever. I'll let him use the toilet. I'm just going to try to take care of their needs because while we're somewhere where they can take care of their needs, I will, because we do only have 240 simoleons. So we're not in a position to turn down anything. He's having a ton of fun. Can I at least get a quick meal here? I hate that they have the microwaved quick meal. Like, what if I just got some chips out of her fridge? Like, is that rude? I honestly don't remember what things they say are inappropriate to do. But I feel like I should be able to, like, just get some food. I'll have her get a quick meal as well. Maybe some cereal. I honestly feel like cereal would actually be inappropriate. Like, can you imagine someone, like, going in your fridge and making a bowl of cereal when you didn't ask them to? But it's fine. And then if we just listen, then I think that will keep her fun going up. And then they can chat while they're eating food here in someone else's house. I feel like he just got, that was like a weird little symbol over his head. I feel like it was related to dynasties maybe, but I don't know. They're not in a dynasty, so I don't know how he could get more associated with a dynasty, if that makes sense. There is one dynasty in the world, but I guess maybe he could have the traits for that dynasty. I don't really know. I'm not sure how that works. But we'll just let them chat a little bit. Maybe they can get their relationship a little bit better. No, they can't. Their relationship's actually getting worse. It is literally getting worse. Okay, I wanted them to be a couple. Why don't we discuss healthy relationships? Maybe we can talk about what's wrong with our relationship. I really do want them to be a couple, but I don't think that's gonna work out because they hate each other, which it's fine. We have time. I'm pretty sure, actually, now that I think about it, do I have aging on? I would ideally, yeah, we have aging on. It's on normal, so we have some time at least for these two to start to like each other. So, you know, we'll try. I'm gonna do my best and hope that their relationship, you know, comes together at some point. But for now, This is the best we can do. So they're just sitting here, they're hanging out, having an unpleasant conversation, as absolutely always. When we get some tiles, I'll probably turn our home lot into a tiny lot, and then that'll make the relationship either much better or much worse, because those are the only options. Let's gossip about the neighbors. Let's see if she can tell us about the other neighbors. We haven't met anyone else in the world so far. We didn't get a welcome wagon, which I'm a little bit insulted by. So we don't know anyone else. So let's see if we can gossip about the neighbors and learn anything about them. Okay, she does not want to talk to us, which is kind of fair. It is like 8 o'clock at night, so maybe she's expecting us to leave because she has a young daughter that she needs to put to bed. So let's say that we're just gonna leave. So let's go ahead and head back home. We only have 240 simoleons, which isn't really enough to buy much. Technically, we could buy sleeping bags for that, but since I have, what's the pack? The fairies pack and the natural living skill, we're just gonna sleep on the ground tonight because they can, so they will. So these two are just going to go ahead and sleep here. And then Sylvia will have to go to work in the morning. She's probably going to stink real bad when she does that because sleeping on the ground makes you filthy. Yeah, she is already disgusting, but that's fine. I think she woke up because she's so unclean, but honestly, there's no point. Oh, actually, you know what? She's pretty well rested, but I'm just gonna let her sleep a little bit more just so she can be fully rested, and then I'll do the same for him because they don't actually have anywhere that they can go to take care of their needs. Oh, it is cold. Okay, their outdoor snooze was cut short by bad weather. So it's actually too cold for these two to be outside, which fair. They are very cold, so let's go ahead and change our outfits because I don't want them to, you know, die. So we'll put him in his cold weather outfit and then we'll do the same for her. I don't know why. I literally never change outfits as the interaction in the game because I just like default to changing it through MC Command Center, which I think it's fine. Okay, so these two are changed. So we've got our cold weather clothes on, so they should get warmer. But there's not actually anywhere for them to go. It's 2:45 and we don't have any community lots in this world. I guess we can just work on some skills or something since they can't sleep right now. They can. I think, can he go fishing? He's actually probably too uncomfortable, isn't he? If he can't go fishing, then he can forage. And let's just forage here. And then we'll have her do the same thing. Maybe I should have them forage for food since they are a little bit hungry, but I think we'll just do some generic foraging. Actually, you know what? She's a little bit hungry and she has to go to work. So let's try to forage for food. And then if she succeeds with that, she can eat whatever she finds. And then maybe I'll have her go around and get all the collectibles so that way we can start getting something. I think he found, oh, he found a lump of moss. Okay, nothing we can do with that. I think you can only use that for apothecary stuff, which we won't be doing. So let's see if she got any food. Oh, she got a carrot. Okay, you can eat that. You can forage for food as well. The relationship's getting a little bit better. I think she might be yeah, she's too uncomfortable to dig, so might as well just keep foraging then. You can forage for food again. A carrot's not a ton of food, but honestly, her needs are pretty good. And then we'll just do a few forages. Like, I'll just get them going on doing a little bit of foraging. Maybe they can find that, what is it, like 1200 simoleon couch if we forage enough. Um, he got a carrot. Oh, he got a lily. Okay, the lily's worth a lot. Okay, we can definitely plant that. And he can eat the carrot. She got an apple. This is a void quarter. I mean, we can sell that. And she can eat the apple as well. Our hunker's okay. It's like still in the green. It's almost in the yellow, but honestly, I usually don't worry about things until they're in the red. So he's doing pretty good as far as I'm concerned. I think maybe we will. He probably won't be able to plant anything actually, because I think he's too uncomfortable. Oh, it's too cold to plant. It's springtime. Like, come on, be realistic. It shouldn't be that cold. He's. It's too cold to fish? Why is it so cold? It's springtime. I honestly think that's so unrealistic. They're supposed to be in Willow Creek, which is based on New Orleans, and it would never be that cold in New Orleans. It's definitely not going to be too cold to fish around here. So let's go ahead and have her do some collectible stuff, just so we can try to get some more money, because there's stuff around here and she definitely needs to get it. And then while I'm getting all these queued up for her, he's probably gonna have to spend the day foraging since we can, and I think that's the best use of his time since he can't plant anything yet, which is pretty annoying. And then she can also, actually, you know what, we'll have him come and harvest everything over here at the little garden. He can be our planned gardener, so that way he has something that he's going to be doing. While she's going to lean more into like collectibles, because like I said, I think eventually she'll do some jewelry stuff. But for now, this is what I'll have them both on their collectible grind, because we got to make money somehow. And then she'll be off to work relatively soon. Maybe if we get an okay amount of money, I will let her get a shower or a sink so that she's not filthy when she goes to work. We will extract the fossil. Okay, 175 and 75. That's beautiful. Also, she did complete a milestone in her aspiration. Yeah, she completed like the first level of her aspiration, which is just collect 10 collectibles. And now she just needs to collect 5 crystals, 3 frogs, and 3 fossils. So she should honestly knock this out pretty easily. The chrysanthemum's not worth a ton, but we have a good bit of stuff. So we can sell the time capsule. We'll sell the chrysanthemum since it's not worth a lot. We'll sell this fossil. Let's sell all the snapdragons, the diamond. Actually, you know what? Let's keep the diamond because I think maybe we'll let her work on some jewelry stuff. So we'll sell this. Oh, I'm going to keep the frog because we'll be able to breed that. That's 120 simoleon frog. Okay, that's honestly pretty good. So where's our lot? Oh, all the way over here. Okay, let's hop back to our lot real quick and buy them a few things. So the first thing I need to do is place just some flooring, just so we can go ahead and get this to be a tiny home, because we will be taking advantage of tiny home as always. And I'm so notorious for needing to have at least a little bit of wall. So I'm gonna make like a little bus stop for these two. Because I just feel bad when it's like, you know, completely exposed. So we'll just make them like a little bus stop. There we go. We're like not entirely outside. And I feel like because they're going to be sleeping on the ground, the first thing that they need is a shower, just so we can like make some attempts at keeping them clean. And we might actually, can we afford, yeah, we can afford a cooler also. I do think this one's cuter and we'll get some more money. So I'm going to let them get this one from Businesses and Hobbies because it's just a little bit cuter. So I'm going to have her go ahead and come over here and take a shower. Now that I think about it, I should probably set them as off the grid and simple living, just because it makes sense that they wouldn't have like electricity and food because they're, you know, outside on an empty lot, but I kind of hate to do that because it'd make this a lot harder for me. So I think what I'll do is let her get clean, and probably him too, and then we will set it to off the grid. I know that that's like cheating a little bit, but it's okay. We'll let her go ahead and go to work today just because I think that that's appropriate. So she'll get some yogurt. He can also come over here and take a shower. I don't think that they'll need a private room to use the shower. I think this is like a public shower. Like I think all of these types of showers are public showers, so I think he should be good to go. And she's pretty much ready. She's ready to go to work. Does he have a frog with him? He does. I'm gonna give it to her and let her breed frogs, and hopefully we can get, I mean, we got another frog, but it's not a good one. I really just want 220 Simoleon frogs, so that way we can just keep breeding that frog. That's what I usually do, is once I get like one good frog, I'll just keep doing it. She does want to found a dynasty from being ambitious and find an item from the Innisgreen collection. We can pin that. I think she should be able to do that. Work starts for her in like 5 minutes. She's not having fun. I don't really know what she can do to have fun. I mean, she's going to work like right now, so we'll try to figure that out after she gets back from work. And then Maximilian doesn't really have anything he needs to do. He doesn't have work today. Girl, what are you doing? Oh, Alyssa's calling. I'm in town for a while and I was wondering if I could stay at your place for a few days. Girl, we live in the same town and you have a house. Like why would you come stay here with me on this empty lot? I'm actually no, I can't say yes because she has a toddler. I was gonna say yes and just let her stay over here, but like she literally has a toddler. Can you go to work? What are you um well, I think, and I'm no expert, but I think something's wrong here because it says she's off to work. She's literally stuck on this cooler. I'm gonna reset her. Okay, there we go. She's gone. I was like, what is happening? Okay, but she's gone. He's off to work. He's just sitting here playing on his phone. I'm gonna go ahead and get him to do a bunch of foraging because I used all of our money a second ago to buy them this little bus stop. But it does have the ability for them to take care of two of their needs, which has got to count for something. So he's going to forage a little bit and hopefully he can find something. He does have good luck, so maybe he can find that 1200 simoleon couch. That would be great. Oh, also, it has a warmed up, I think. So he can probably plant something. The lily is the main thing I want to plant because it's worth 36 simoleons. I don't know if there's anything else that's really worth planting. We can plant like one snapdragon, maybe. And then one strawberry. We don't need to plant a ton. But I really think that because the lilies are worth so much, that those would be perfect to have planted. So we'll just let him do a little bit. Ooh, okay. Do we want to take this free money? Like, I know this is a rags to riches, but it doesn't have to be like a strict rags to riches, right? Like, I'm not necessarily trying to make this a really difficult challenge for myself. So I'm gonna say yes. Let's get the free money. So hello from the other side. You don't know me, so this might sound weird, but you're going to inherit from me, kid. Why, you might ask? Let's just say it's better for both of us if you don't ask questions. The money needs to go somewhere and quick. And I heard through the grapevine that you were a good upstanding sim, so you're about to inherit a chunk of my hard-earned simoleons. Listen, buddy, part of life is planning for your death. You should write up a will when you're ready to choose who's going to inherit your simoleons, your heirlooms, and your kids. I did mine on the computer, but you can call an inheritance lawyer to help you write one too, if you want. Just make good choices in life, kid. I sure didn't. We're going to say free money, a yes please, and get the 4,000 simoleons. And honestly, it's kind of perfect timing because he really needs to pee. So I'm going to go ahead and hop in and let's enclose this little house. So honestly, this is like my worst nightmare to have to build when people can see me doing it, but it's fine. I despise building in this game. I am awful at it. And I'm constantly telling myself that I'm gonna learn and get better, but I just never am. So we'll also put like a little bathroom back there. So right now it'll be like a room and a bathroom. Then we will need a door for our bathroom. We'll go pretty cheap for everything just because, I mean, we got a little bit of money, but not a ton. So we'll put our shower on this back wall. Then we do need a toilet because our boy is dying for the toilet right now. Actually, let's just do the toilet like right here. And then that way we can put a sink next to it because I do have dishes in their inventory that I feel like are kind of getting in the way. And then we can put the shower on the back wall. There we go. So that's like a fully functional bathroom. I did say that I would put off the grid and simple living on. I feel like we're pretty close to being able to take those off. Maybe we'll have to have like a few functional rooms before we take those off. So I'll leave them for now. And then for lot traits, maybe we can do great soil because he's gardening. And then homey. And then because I want to try to fix their relationship, we'll go ahead and put convivial on as well. And then what else should we buy? We have an okay amount of money left. We have the cooler, but we could, honestly, it's probably not worth switching it over just yet to like a real kitchen because if we have simple living, they can't really get anything good. What's a good cheap bed? I think this is probably our best bet. We can put a bed there. I guess maybe we can do bunk beds because they don't like each other, so they have to have separate beds. So I guess we can do bunk beds. What's our cheapest? Maybe this one. Okay, there we go. Got our bunk bed, and then we just need like a front door also. This is the cheapest one. So we'll do this one. Door's off to the side a little bit, but that's fine. And then because I'm feeling extra generous, and plop a little window next to it as well. Do we have like I want our brown like we have for the door. This one has like well, that's not exactly what I was thinking, but you know what? Let's just filter by brown windows. Like I said, no one should ever be in a position to build less than me. But honestly, if I don't do it, I can't expect to improve, I guess. So let's do this window. I hate to put one right there because that's where the bed is, so I won't. And then we do have our little roof. So for now, we'll just expand it and then put another piece right here. That looks really bad, but it's okay. Oh, I think it's too big right there. Yeah. There we go. It still looks really bad, but that's fine. Honestly, you know what? Let's reorganize the inside so that the door can at least be on this side underneath the like roof. I feel like that'll be a little bit better at least. I feel like that'll look a little better. We'll just move our kitchen to this side over here. We'll move our kitchen next to the bathroom because that's, you know, sanitary. But there we go. That's decent. We still have a little bit of money, so it's not like they're stuck with nothing. But he can go ahead. Oh, I didn't put any lights in here. It's fine. I'll go get some lights in a second. But for now, he can at least come in here, use the toilet, and take care of his needs. So we have everything that they need to take care of their needs in the house now, which, you know, when you get the 4,000 simoleons, I feel like that kind of guarantees you that, but it's fine. So he can do that, and then he needs to water the rest of the plants. But at least they, like, arguably live in, okay. Okay, this one's fine. It doesn't need to be watered. I don't know why it won't let him water this one. But I guess it's okay. He's a little bit tired, so like he just wants to lay down and go to sleep, but I kind of want him to do something. He doesn't have to work yet. Yeah, he doesn't have to go to work until tomorrow. So why don't we have him go and travel? And maybe he can meet the next door neighbors. So let's go ahead and head over to our next door neighbor's house because we haven't met these Sims yet. So I feel like it'll be good to meet them. Oh wow, she made 66 simoleons at work today. That's awful. Okay, anyways, we'll let Maximilian meet the neighbors. So let's go ahead and give him a funny introduction. So these are our neighbors. This is Forrest and his wife Cassidy. And if I'm not mistaken, they actually live in an empty house. So at some point I'm gonna have to play with them and like furnish their house because I want them to be able to afford to furnish their house. I like to think that they kind of moved into their home in the same way that you typically would. So they moved in and they kind of spent all of their money getting a house, which probably wasn't the best idea, but it's what they did. So let's go ahead and knock on door. So we will get to know these two. We don't have to use people's house now for our needs because we technically can take care of all of our needs at home. But I just kind of want everyone to get to know everyone just because of the nature of this challenge. I feel like you have to, get to know all the Sims around you. So Maximilian's gonna come up and knock on the door. And yeah, here we are. They do live in an empty house, which I thought this was perfect because it's kind of designed the way your house would be if you moved in. So like it's got, honestly, depending on how you get your house, it wouldn't have a refrigerator, but it's got a refrigerator and a stove, and it's got a fully functional bathroom, like because you're not gonna move in a house and it doesn't have a bathroom. And then they do have like this little sunroom gardening area, which I think is cute. So I like the idea that like these two like to garden. And honestly, they do have a grill. Is it rude for me to grill at their house? Because let's say that we wanted to come over and like just do a little grilling. I feel like that's like cute and kind of like, welcome to the neighborhood. I know that technically we're the ones that moved in, but I feel like it could be like a cute little thing that they're doing just to kind of celebrate. So he's just gonna go ahead and put something on the grill. Also, mostly just so we can have some food. I know we have the cooler, but I think it'd be nice for them to have like some real food. So Maximilian's gonna grill. It's kind of like they're having like a little neighborhood party. Ooh, you know what? Now that we have our house, maybe we should do like a neighborhood potluck. We have enough money for me to upgrade the house more. We could do like a neighborhood potluck. That would also be very cute. I think just to kind of, get to honestly get a lot of free food, but also to get to know the neighbors. So let's just go ahead and I think small talk is one of the things you can do to get to know. Let's brighten her day. Maximilian's clumsy, so he's about to fall. And then he can go ahead and just, pick up a serving. Oh, he already has one. He's already eating. Why don't you call everyone to meals since you made this? I feel like you made it for everyone. So everyone can go ahead and eat something. And then, do we need to do anything for work? Okay, yeah, we need to discuss outfits and fashion. So we can do that. I think that Elsa has a really cute outfit on. But we clicked on Forest first, so let's just discuss outfit. And then we can do the same with Elsa just to kind of knock that off for her. And then everyone's kind of enjoying their little spuds, which I think is really cute. And maybe, okay, I think that Elsa and Maximilian's relationship's a little bit better. They don't hate each other as much as they did literally a minute ago. So that's got to count for something. Why don't you tell her an unbelievable story about how you got a call that gave you 4,000 simoleons and that's why y'all live in a house now? She hasn't actually seen their house yet. I guess Maximilian fixed all that up while she was out. So that's got to be really fun for her to see. Complain about love life. I mean, to be fair, you don't have a love life, so that's reasonable to complain about, I guess. Let's go ahead and maybe let's do some funny interactions just because that will help get her fun up a little bit. They'll joke about professors. I don't think you've ever had any professors, babe. You didn't go to school, but like, love that for you. Also, I love that they're just like hanging out at these other Sims' house and they're not out here. It's just the two of them out here. Okay, there we go. Elsa's here. And then Force is here. He switched into his other outfit. Okay, she has completed what she needs to do for work tomorrow, so she's good to go for work tomorrow. He has work tomorrow. He needs to play video games, but we don't have video games here. Ooh, okay. She wants us to do the tech support action plan, which honestly, I think Maximilian would like. He is a tech guru, so I think that would actually help him. Like, I think if we did that one, it would increase his pay. So maybe we'll work on it and we'll actually vote for that NAP. I usually forget all about NAPs and never do anything with them, but we'll say maybe we'll plan to try to get one going for this. And she's cleaning the grill. I feel like maybe that's enough for us to do at their house. Oh, you know what? We can take care of like our garbage and stuff. I didn't get us a garbage can at our house, which we can't afford one now, so it's fine. They are pretty tired. It's only 4 o'clock, but they're like both exhausted, mostly because they slept on the ground last night and woke up at 2 a.m. But they'll have a much better night tonight. So I think that's pretty good interaction with the neighbors. So let's go ahead. Let's go back home. Honestly, I didn't feel like it because I hate trying to build, but I should probably try to make their house a little bit better. We're going to go for like the traditional little shotgun house, kind of like all the houses around us. So that's what we'll be working on, but they definitely need some lights. We do have off the grid on, but I'm going to say that if we get, it's not an alarm. I want the, I don't know what it's called. Like the fuse box? Not that one. If I can't find it, then I know for sure if I look, it's in for rent. So technically if I get that, there we go. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, we have the non-functional and then we have the functional one. So I'm gonna say that they need this to have power. So I'm gonna get them a fuse box. And since we spend our money on that, I'm gonna say that we can get back on the grid. So I'll let them take off the grid since they have a fuse box. And then because we're off the grid, I literally did that just so I could get lights. I didn't want to get off the grid lights. I just want the little saucer lights because I just feel like it's not worth it to buy literally any other light. So we're going to get them a couple little saucer lights. So there they go. And they still have simple living on, but I kind of think that makes sense because like, honestly, realistically, I feel like simple living always makes sense in this game because you should buy groceries. You have to buy groceries to eat everywhere. So that makes sense to me. I guess while we're here, we'll go ahead and do the outside of their house. So we will paint it. And all the other houses are just siding, and it is pretty traditional for like this type of house. I don't know what color we should make theirs. Is there a green? I kind of want them to have a green house. We could do this sort of siding. It's not what I had in mind because I wanted to do, I guess we have this one. This is more like the traditional type. I feel like this is like I would expect it to be horizontal. I guess maybe this one. We can do this one for horse ranch for now. I do like the shingles. Maybe we can put the shingles up top. But I don't think that green quite works. Maybe we'll just do like some tan shingles on top. No, you know what? Let's just put the same thing everywhere. Let's not get too adventurous. We'll put that there, and then I feel like it's appropriate for them to have paint inside their house as well. It doesn't have to be green, but we got the green filter on, so it might as well be. I don't really mind it being green. And since we're committed to the bit, let's not do a green bathroom. Let's do like this little beige color. And then the last thing they need to have their house be a home, or at least kind of a home, is a flooring. And we'll go for like a rich wood. Like I feel like dark green and brown is kind of what I'm thinking for the two of them. So we'll commit to that. And then every bathroom I've made since I bought this pack has been entirely in this pack. And this bathroom won't be any different because it's probably what we're going to end up with for that one too. But we can do that for now. And you know what? We'll commit. The last thing we'll get them, because they have a little bit of money, is a kitchen. So we'll go for a fully functional kitchen. We won't spend a ton of money on it, but we'll get them everything. We'll get a counter. I don't know which one I want. I think probably the Dream Home Decorator is the best one. We can go in my color palette, so we can get like the browns and green here. And then we'll also get we won't get a stove because we can't afford a stove. What I'll actually do instead is get a second counter, because I do want to get the shopping bag. We could get a bowl of we could get like the cereal, and then they can just get bowls of cereal out of that since we got rid of the cooler, because I know that that's functional with the kit. But I wanted to get the grocery bag. I don't know what it is, so I can only find it. I'm definitely only gonna be able to get it like going through the kits, which I have a lot of. Which one? Oh, the tea time solarium would be cute too, because we could get like little tea sets, but I don't really think they'd have that. Is it the kitchen clutter kit? Do I not have that? I told you how much I know what I have, because I literally thought I had the one that you needed for the grocery bag. Okay, I do. I don't know what kit that is, but it's fine. We have the grocery bag, so we can buy it, and then we can use this to help us like get grocery. What do you mean it doesn't go on counters? What's the thing to like move stuff up? Okay, we'll just place it on the floor for now. I can't remember what the cheat is. I'll figure it out in a little bit, but we'll just plop them in like a little grocery bag. So that way we can use that to buy groceries. And I feel like that's like a solid use of their money. We're down to like 125 simoleons. So everything we have left, we'll use and buy some groceries. Let's go ahead and purchase groceries. That way we can cook some stuff. So we probably don't need to get carrots or like vegetables and stuff. I feel like our better bet is to buy things like flour and milk and probably some meat. Like I feel like those are the things that you need more when you're trying to like get food. Does that go into... Oh, they're in the grocery bag. Okay. So yeah, we'll take that and put that into the fridge. And then hopefully, along with the things that they've foraged, they'll be able to actually make some groceries. She, more than anything, needs to have fun, actually. So maybe these two can... We'll get up and talk, and then maybe we'll actually just do some cloud gazing, because they also hate each other. So if they cloud gaze, maybe that'll help their relationship also. Oh, we can ask a secret from someone. Activities. What if we play rock, paper, scissors? Best of 3. No, we're not calling the Grim Reaper. Rock, paper, scissors should be fun too, right? I don't know if that'll help their relationship, but their relationship's gone up a lot because we're on a tiny home. There we go. Rock, paper, scissors. This is not increasing her fun at all, by the way. So just if anyone was curious, rock, paper, scissors is apparently not fun. Okay, and she wants to be competitive. I'm gonna say yes. Has she gotten like 2 additional traits? She's competitive bad. Okay, go off, queen. Never mind. Now I don't really think I want you to... Here, you can propose a crazy scheme. I think she won, and that's all it took for her to be competitive and for her to be a negative competitor at that. Alicia's calling. I don't want to go to the Moon Revelry tonight. Oh, she can hit him with a pickup line, I guess, because my girl's feeling confident. I don't know where stargazing would be. Is that not like a thing you can just do anymore? I would think that would be activities. Okay, she's literally going to sleep for the night, which, to be fair, she's been exhausted for a long time. He's sort of tired, but not really. And I really need her... Okay, do you get to it from clicking on yourself? Yeah, we can cloud gaze. In our pajamas. Oh, no, she changed clothes. Look at that. If I wake him up, can I like ask him to cloud gaze with me? Is that a thing? Okay, no, she'd have to actually wake him up. Can he join? Why did you... That's so annoying. I don't know where it is. I need to get that mod where you can like search for interactions just by looking at them, because this is all I really have for her to have fun. I mean, she can also play on her phone, but like I feel like that takes so many interactions to do. I don't know. I don't know how you... I know that you used to be able to do it, but honestly, ever since the pie menus changed, I've been real unsure of how to do anything. But I'm gonna let her go ahead and go to sleep. And then that way she'll be in a decent mood for a work tomorrow. And then he'll have his first day of work tomorrow. And we'll see how much money they make. And maybe they'll make enough money to like, you know, really get their house to look like a home. Which it's not terrible right now, to be fair. I mean, it mostly is because they got the 4,000 simoleons from the random like inheritance quest, but it's still not bad. Okay, Maximilian's up, and he luckily can take care of all of his needs here at home. So he can go ahead and use the toilet. He can... We'll have him brush his teeth. Why not? Okay, someone didn't flush the toilet. Very disgusting. Not sure which one of y'all that was. And then we'll also let him take a shower. He has longer until he has to go to work. I think he doesn't go to work until a little bit later in the day. He goes in at 10 a.m. and then she goes at 9, so it's pretty close. And she's almost fully rested, which hopefully Maximilian will be done in the bathroom before she needs to get up, because when she gets up, she will need to use the toilet immediately. So let's have Maximilian go ahead and come out here and serve some fruit salad. We have a functional fridge, so he can serve that. You don't have to walk all the way outside, babe. So he's going to do some cooking. This will be his first time cooking. So she'll use the toilet. We'll also let her brush her teeth before she hops into the shower as well. You know, we'll follow like a nice, I feel like, normal way to get ready for the day. I don't usually do it with my Sims, but I feel like it makes sense. Like you would typically, brush your teeth, take a shower before you left for work. We don't have anywhere to sit down, so we're just gonna have to eat our food standing in front of the fridge awkwardly, which, honestly, relatable. We've all done it. And she can congratulate him on his new job. Since today's his first day, she'll go ahead and give him a little congratulations. She's like, I know you have your first day of work today. Super excited for you. I hope that you have a great day. They're, friends now. So she likes optimistic Sims. So that's good. So they're friends now. Also, she needs to work on doing some collectibles today. We have an hour before work. So let's actually have her go ahead and go around and get all these collectibles, or at least as many as she can, so that she can check that off. We will go to work, mostly because I'm probably about to end the stream, so by the time they're both off to work, I think it'll be good timing for me. But we'll let her get these collectibles, so that way she can knock that off for her aspiration. I'm actually gonna skip over some of these and get her to get these frogs. I think she specifically needs, she needs one more frog. So I can have her do that. Maximilian can go ahead. He's cleaning the dishes and I don't want to interrupt him because I know if I do, he's not going to finish cleaning them. And then after that, he can actually go ahead and harvest all of these strawberries. Snapdragons don't need anything. And oh, the lily's out of season. It goes into season in the summer. I'm wondering if I should go ahead and extend this roof. Oh, this part of their house isn't painted. If I should like extend this little roof so that we can have the lily be, a part of our money making schemes, because it's the most expensive plant that we have. So if we got it, we would definitely make more money with it. But she's going to get this frog, which she needs for her aspiration, and then head to work. So she's completed that. She still needs to get one more fossil and 4 more crystals for her aspiration. And then Maximilian's in the house. He's doing good. He got the headphones, which we could sell, which, isn't a bad shout, because those are like 300 simoleons. And then he can just do a little foraging until he has to head in for work. But I feel like these two have been pretty successful with their first day. I mean, they have like a fully functional home. They've met, I think, everyone in the, he didn't meet Elsa, but they've met everyone except the Dynasty family, which I think is reasonable considering they started off, how they started off. It makes sense that they wouldn't have met the most well-to-do family in town. But I'm going to wrap the stream up here. I hope you have enjoyed this first part of this little challenge. I am really excited to kind of see how the world develops and where it goes from here. I'll probably be playing some on camera and off camera, as well as maybe making some videos, just kind of updating. But let me know what you think. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Thank you to everyone that stopped by, and I will see you all next time. Bye.